What's up, everybody? Song64 here. Just got finished watching the Xbox presentation today, and I think they kind of did a pretty okay job. So let's get into it. So first, I'm just gonna talk about the pre-show that they have for the little game fest thing that Keely's doing. So I guess like the highlights to talk about is that they announced a couple like big stuff coming, like Dragon Quest Definitive Edition, the S that was in on the Switch. Dragon Quest 11 Echoes of Elusive Age Definitive Edition S is gonna be coming to Game Pass, which I think is really good. They had Watch Dogs 3 gameplay montage, Echo Generation, Hello Neighbor 2, and they had a gameplay montage of that. And all those were perfectly fine, like really good additions. But what got me most excited was the announcement of the Balan company, and the which is a brand new Square Enix studio, and their first game is going to be a game called Balan Wonderworld, which is this really cool, like it looks kind of like a platformer, potential like 3D-dimensional platformer. Potentially looks kind of like it might be kind of a collectathon, but the verdict's still out on that. But it looks amazing, and it kind of like the vibe from the trailer kind of makes it feel like it might be like acted like it's kind of a stage play, like in aesthetic and everything. But yeah, that was really good. But other than that, we had we now back to the after that, once the back to the back to the conference. Hey, yeah, pretty much everyone was right, and they did have Halo Infinite gameplay to show us right at the beginning of the event, and it's looking pretty good actually. From the small part that we got, it does look like it has a lot of potential to be some actually a pretty good like campaign potentially. Like it looks good. It looks like it plays good. Just overall. And then we got the Stave Decay 3 cinematic, which I mean Stave Decay 3, never played Stave Decay, and I mean it's just a cinematic. It's a cool cinematic, but I ain't got much to talk about that. And then after that, we got we got what was it? Forza Motorsport, an in-game trailer, well, not in-game, in-engine cinematic, which I mean at least that's an engine, I guess. And we got Everwild, which is also an engine, which only looks like a really interesting game and has probably had a lot of potential. And there's Tell Me Why gameplay-ish. It's kind of more of a story game, so take that as you will. We got Ori and the Will-O-Wisp getting enhanced with smart delivery for Xbox One, with all these nice frame rate and 4K with all that, which I freaking love Ori and the Will-O-Wisp. Love the whole Ori franchise, the two games that are in it. But if you haven't played it, go play it. Seriously, like you will not regret it. Obsidian had like the most games out of all the developers. They had the Outer Wilds DLC, grounded gameplay with a really funny trailer. About Cinematic, which is their brand new IP that looks like they're basically doing what they were doing with Outer Worlds, where they're basically just trying to do it better than Bethesda. The Valve looks like it's kind of going for that Skyrim approach. Then we had the As Dusk Falls interactive narrative. This one, I'm actually pretty interested in this one because I love like choose your own story games. When they're well written and stuff. So this kind of looks like it kind of looked like it was filmed and narrated as like kind of like a TV show, and the way it was like progressing throughout the years of like them growing up and everything makes me think like this has to be a very decently long game, and I'm actually really excited for it. Strangely, they talked about Hellblade 2. They didn't show any they didn't really show anything new for Hellblade 2. They just talked about it and then moved on. So it was there, and I guess, and then we got shown off some brand new gameplay footage and cutscenes from Psychonauts 2, like a really weird LSD trip of someone's brain, I guess. And because I personally never played a Psychonauts game, but I've seen gameplay and I've seen like people talk about it, and it seems like a really fun game. So I actually can't wait to hopefully play the first one and then play the second one when it comes out. But this one was really special, as in they had Jack Black. They revealed that he does a song. He has a song in the game, and they're singing in the background with all this like weird LSD trippy stuff going on screen, and it's actually really good. And I did not know Jack Black sings. Well, I never thought he couldn't sing, but got a pretty good singing voice. And now it's Destiny 2, which I think Destiny 2 is currently on Game Pass, but this September they're going to Destiny. Well, I don't know if Destiny 2 is currently free to play. I think, yeah, but in September they're bringing Destiny 2 with all the expansions on to Game Pass in September. And it's also going to be enhanced with smart delivery over the Xbox. Then we had a trailer for Stalker 2. Not very familiar with the Stalker franchise, but I mean it looks like a nice trailer. But I don't really handle horror that well, so I don't know if I'll play this one, but it does look like it's probably going to be a good game. Warhammer 40,000 Blockade was, I mean, it was okay. Like I have no qualms against Warhammer. Like I just personally, I saw like this fan video on YouTube, and that was about all I saw of Warhammer. But from what I've seen, it looks pretty cool. I think it's based off like a board game and I believe a book maybe. But yeah, I bet that's really exciting for Warhammer fans though. And then we actually got a pretty cool like co-op Tetris game called Tetris Effect Connected, which is basically an upgraded version of Tetris Effect. That also includes co-op function that you can play with friends, which is really cool. And personally, I can't wait to play that. That's gonna be pretty cool. And then we had the Gunk, and the Gunk. What was the Gunk? The Gunk was Oh yeah, the gunk was looked like a really interesting game, and it might. I think it's something I might end up picking up. Hopefully, it gets more mentions and more attention to keep in the public eye, so that people remember that it exists, so people can pick it up. And this one was one of the most exciting ones because I haven't been able to play it yet. I plan to eventually play it sometime in the near future. But Fantasy Star Online 2, 2. But yeah, something big got announced for it. Fantasy Star Online 2 New Genesis, which after the conference was over and everything, and I started looking around for more information on it. What it's sounding like, it's either one of two things. It's in it's a, like a complete, like one of those complete update overhauls to like a current game, or what I think is most likely is, from what the wording is and everything, that is that is the equivalent to like fine was it what was it called, a Realm Reborn for that Final Fantasy RPG. Oh, it's the equivalent to the realm is the equivalent to Realm Reborn for the Final Fantasy RPG, where they just take the game and completely overhaul it. But it's the same game, but it's just completely overhauled, make it completely new. And honestly, it looks fun to play. I was already excited to try out Fantasy Star Online 2, and that's come and this new Genesis is coming next year. So I'm personally very excited about that. And then we got Crossfire X, and Crossfire X it seems like an okay game. I mean, personally, I think it's big in like in Asia, like it's bigger in Asia, and I personally never seen gameplay or seen anyone talk about it, probably because it's more of an Asian thing. But I mean, I guess I have no interest either way. So I guess I just have to see more of the game. So, but that's all I gotta say about that. And then and then we got the one more thing for Xbox's showcase today, and that was Fable. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, Fable. I haven't played Fable, but I think I've heard the humor, and I've seen a little bit of the gameplay. But I do plan on picking that up whenever it comes out. But the weird thing about it, we don't even know what it's going to be called or what it's going to be about. It was just like this short, kind of like meaningless. Like maybe not meaningless, but like just like a cinematic trailer that just kind of like just confirmed that a Fable game is coming to the Xbox. So, yeah. But that's about it for the showcase. But the coolest thing about this whole showcase is that every single thing that got announced inside the showcase, I can't exactly speak about the stuff that came in the pre-show, but those are likely to also show up. I don't know about the same time, but that every single one of the games that were mentioned in this showcase are all coming to Xbox Game Pass when they come out, which I think for Xbox is amazing, like absolutely amazing. And I honestly, in my opinion, I really do like the direction Microsoft is going when it comes to trying to make all of everything like connected and keeping everything just like mobile, PC, and console and consoles that they can get X Game Pass too would just be it just feels it's very consumer friendly, and I think it's going to work out a lot for Xbox, and just will really help them make a comeback and hopefully not get buried underneath the current landscape that is PS4 again like they did this generation. But yeah, so overall this was a pretty good conference. Um it could have used more gameplay for some of these games, but it was much better than what they had in May, which I mean isn't really saying a lot, but it was still pretty good. Anyways, that's all I gotta say. But I want to hear from y'all. Make sure to type down what your opinion on what you thought this showcase what on how you thought this showcase turned out, and stay safe out there, folks. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe for all updates in gaming. This has been Sonic 64. Peace out.